Okay, so today this will be our intro project, and we'll start using Unity proper. So open Unity Hub, and then by now most of you have installed the software. So start with new. I'm going to create a new project. There you will be notified with this, a dialog box like this. You would have 2D projects, 3D projects, 3D with textures, high definition, and this. I'll explain this as we go on further, but for now let's start with a 3D project. So we'll call the 3D project anything you want to call it. I'll call it test or project 1. That will make you, so that will be project 1. We create it and we wait for it to build. Shouldn't take long because it's an empty project, even though it's a 3D project. Give it some time and it opens. Okay, so you shouldn't see your projects panel like this, like how you are seeing it here. So what you do is that you go to window, layouts, and then default, and by default this is what you should see. So this is what we'll work with, because I'm believing this is what you see. So this is your Unity editor, inspector, or however you call it. So in this you have your hierarchy. Your hierarchy has everything. Hierarchy has everything you see within the game. All your game objects are within the hierarchy. For example, there's already a scene. That's what we are viewing by default. Has these two things: the camera, which you can see. When you click the camera in the inspector, you can see all the attributes of the camera. So that's what the inspector does. It shows you the attributes of the camera, like the transform, the position of the camera, the rotation of the camera, the scale, the local scale of the camera, and the camera properties. Okay, and then the directional lights, what lights up the environment, its transform, and its properties. Okay, so that's the hierarchy and the inspector. In the projects panel, you see all the files and folders within your project that you have in your project. Right now it's empty, but you can add stuff. You can drag and drop any information you would need during the game inside here. In your console, the console is used to debug. It's used to get information, error codes, call it a terminal maybe, and that's what the console does. In your game panel, this is where the game runs. When you run a game, this is where you'll see all the action being taking place, and then all the action taking place is done here. And the asset store is where you buy stuff online concerning game design. So let's begin. So we'll create a folder, and we'll call the folder scripts. We'll create another folder and call it materials, and we'll create a last folder, and okay, no, I think this will be fine for now for this project. So what we'll do today is very simple. are going to create an environment and a ball, and let the ball move with code. But I'll explain all the code I write within this project. So we create a 3D plane. Now when you right click on your hierarchy, you would see this small cascading menu, and in this menu you would see a lot of things like copy, paste, rename, duplicate, delete, create empty 3D object, all this. So your copies copies game objects and duplicates them when you paste them. You have duplicates, which also duplicates game objects when you have just downward clicked and you press duplicate. Delete deletes a game object. Create empty creates an empty game object, meaning if I create a game object, it is empty, it has no properties, it's just empty, it has nothing, necessarily speaking, it has nothing. Anyways, but we are going to work with the plane. So when you have your plane, you would right click on it, you right click on the transform here and press reset. Okay, the reason I did that because I want the plane's position to be at its origin, in the middle of this big world space. Okay, I want to increase the size of this plane. So what I'll do is that I would press 5 on the X and 5 for the Z, and we'll have our increased plane. Okay, so the next thing is that we'll press a 3D object, we'll press a sphere, and we'll also reset it on the transform. We'll reset, and it should be in the middle of our plane. Right now you realize that half of it is in the plane, and we don't want half of it to be on the plane. We want the whole thing, like the base of the ball, to be on the plane. So what we'll do is that the whole scale of this is 1 by 1 by 1. So half of this whole one will be 0.5. So we left it on the y-axis by 0.5. Right. And that's what we have here. So so in this world space, when you right click on your mouse, you can rotate. When you right click and hold your mouse, you can rotate around the world space. When you right click on your mouse and press W, you can move forward. When you press S, you can move back. When you press E, you move left. When you press D, you move right. When you press Q, you move down. When you press E, you move up. And that's basically for navigation. When you have a game object selected and you press W, it shows you this axis as you can see. When you press E, it shows you another button where you can rotate your object. Press undo till you reach your what we had initially. When you press R, you'll be seen with this one instead, where you can stretch your object. Undo. Okay, so that's for navigation too as well. So you would realize in your game view that everything is white, everything is too white, and we want to change that. So in our materials folder, we'll right click and say create, and create a material. You can call the material red, and you realize that in the inspector you have properties of it. We'll explain this later on, but for now, click the color painter and then go to red. With the material you have created, just left click, drag, and drop it on the ball, and that gives you a red ball. Now, what we'll do here now would be we'll click on the main camera. You can see that the main camera is facing the ball. So what we'll do is that we'll place the main camera at 0 at the origin where the ball is, and then we'll lift the camera up by, let's say, 50, and then we'll rotate the camera down at 90 degrees. Lastly, we'll change the view of the camera from perspective to orthographic. Now what this does is that the camera's view in perspective has a vanishing point. So at the start of the camera, it's increased perspectively from the name, and then orthographically you have this box-like camera that is orthographic. I mean, just shows the view of the camera as a box and doesn't increase with time. You realize that in your game view now you are seeing directly onto the ball from the top. It looks more 2D, and that's what I wanted to do today. Lastly, we'll write some code. Okay, lastly we'll write some code. So